Today is January 2nd, 2026. I'm making this video regarding my trip to EkBalam. I did not give any explanation for my videos, but this is what actually happened when we went to this site. So this particular site, I have never been to it in the past, and I've been going to Mexico off and on since 2004. So when I was in Mexico in April 2025, I talked to my sister, and she said that she went to EkBalam earlier that year. I didn't know, and she recommended that I went. So we went, and I had no idea what to expect. My husband and we went, and I didn't do any research on the site. Didn't know absolutely nothing about EkBalam. So when we arrived there, it's a small site, and I went up to the main pyramid, and when I came up there, there was a French couple, that the one area where I film, and where the stones were lighting up, there was a French couple there, and the man and the woman were both looking in the same direction as I was. Now, that video that I took of the French couple there, I didn't show the couple, but you could hear them talking in French in the background. And the man and the woman were both looking in the same direction as I was looking at that opening where the stones started to light up. And the man clearly saw the stones light up, but the woman clearly saw nothing. She was not reacting, nothing. She was just standing there talking, having a conversation with her husband or whoever else she was with. But the man was looking at me and talking in French. Of course, I didn't understand what he was saying, as if to say, "Do you see this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I see it," and I'm videotaping it. Hopefully it shows up. And that Frenchman, I went to talk to him, try to talk to him. Of course, like I said, he speaks French, didn't speak English. But nevertheless, by look on his face, this man was absolutely beside himself. He was really deep in thought, had his head down, and you could see he was really deep in thought. It was as if he was saying, "Did that just happen?" So after that incident, what I experienced with the French couple, it stopped lighting up. So I thought, well, I'll continue on, and I'll walk up the rest of up the stairs going up the pyramid. I walked up the stairs going up to the top of the pyramid, spent about half an hour up there, and I came back down, and I thought, on my way down, I thought, well, I'm gonna go back to that site and film it in slow motion and see what happens, because slow motion cuts out that external noise for the most. And if there is anything paranormal happening, it would slow down the footage so you could at least see something, without it, anyway, so you could see it clearer. Anyhow, so I went back there, I started filming in slow motion, and what you see on my footage of that 15 minute and 56 second, I believe, clip, that's a slow motion clip. Everything you see there is what I saw, but there is a lot more going on there. So as I'm filming this, and I'm watching the light, the rocks light up in the front of that, in the entranceway. It was just, I'll just say this much. I'm watching it light up, and what you're seeing there was a lot more lighting up than what my camera was actually able to capture. My camera captured I saw a lot more than what my camera captured, because with my own eyes, at one point when I'm turning my camera to the left as I'm filming, that whole wall to the left, that was lit right up. I mean, it was a blinding white light. Blinding white light. And as I'm filming, there to the left, the stairs going up the pyramid are to the left. I saw a light being, maybe it was a plasma light being. It was white light. A light being, nevertheless, walking down the pyramid steps. I am not BSing here whatsoever. Now, I didn't turn my camera to film that light being because when I saw it, I froze. I couldn't believe. I mean, it was fantastic enough to see those stones lighting up, but when I saw that light being, I was like, "Oh my God!" And so that light being appeared, and then all of a sudden he was walking on the steps, or she, I don't know what it was, a male or female, walking down the stairs, walking down the pyramid stairs, and then all of a sudden he just dissipated. It was gone. So after that incident, I'm continue filming. Keep in mind it's in slow motion. And I'm thinking, and as I'm standing there and watching this part of the pyramid light up, my body became lighter. Physically, it felt lighter and lighter and lighter until I really had no awareness of my physical body whatsoever. And then at one point I was thinking also, I wonder if there's something's gonna come through that the black part of on the center, something's gonna come through there. And I also thought to myself, are there light beams on top of this man-made roof that's covering this part of the pyramid? And so I moved out, and you can clearly see as I'm moving out, you can see that lit up pieces on the roof there. That is the grass. It was brown and green, so you can't see that because there were light beams on top of that roof. So I looked up on the roof. You couldn't see the blue sky. You couldn't see the sun. Those beings were as bright as bright can be. And I looked up there. I could see somewhat of an outline of their bodies, of their form, but you could barely see it. And I could look at it. It didn't bother my eyes. It didn't make me, didn't blind me or anything, or cause me to have, or cause, when you look at something bright, you often see purple in your vision afterwards or anything like that. But I didn't see anything like that. It didn't affect my sight whatsoever after seeing them. It hurt me or anything or distort my sight at all. So I saw them there and I was like, oh my God, they are on the roof. And then I just left. This whole experience was just like, I'm taking it very well, yes, because, let me first just also say, throughout my life, this is not the first time I've seen sacred monuments light up or this type of a phenomenon happen with other sacred monuments. This is not the first time I've seen something like this. I've seen stuff like this in the presence of Indian totem poles. I've seen similar stuff like this happen, interactions with myself, being looking and being in front of totem poles. I seen this type of light up phenomenon happen with sacred monuments from Egypt. This is not the first time I've seen anything like this. This is the first time I've seen anything like this in Mayan temple ruins. This is the first time I've seen them at the Mayan temples. But I 100%, everything you see there is what I saw. And there was actually even more than that, than what you actually see there, that my camera simply did not pick up. And I showed my husband was with me too, but he has bad balance and he couldn't walk up the pyramid. But you know, even after that experience, I gotta admit, I was really flabbergasted. I was like, holy, I was too feeling like, did that just happen? You know, I didn't doubt for 1 second of what I actually experienced, believe me. But it was such a phenomenally out of this world experience. It was just like, holy shit. I can't believe it happened. But I know it happened. I don't doubt for 1 minute what I experienced and what I experienced there. Not for 1 minute do I doubt what I experienced. Like I said, I've seen stuff like this in the past with other sacred monuments. This is not my first rodeo. At any rate, yeah, it was phenomenal. But thank you for listening. This is my house. I rather just, and there's my doggy, Minnie. And thank you for listening. Bye-bye.